Alright, working on the convertible top today. Something I've been dreading for a long time, just because I just don't really enjoy it, and I don't really know what I'm doing either. I did get the trim on here for around the edge, which was a kind of a problem too. But now I'm just getting these top pads on. This is the first step, is to get these pads on. I have it spaced with this wooden block. I think it's 14.5 inches from here to here, and those blocks are just keeping that spacing for this bow that's movable, and that should hopefully get my spacing right. At least it's supposed to, according to this book. But I got to trim these pads down. They make them a little bit long, so I'll just trim these flush here, and also up here trim these flush, to where when we get the top on it should fit nice and flat. But this padding just kind of gives the contour of the roof, and also obviously padding, but just makes the contour of the roof a little bit smoother. So the next step is to cut these tails off and get the back window in. So I'm going to try that here next. The camera died on the video there for a minute, so I didn't get all of catching some of this, which is fine because I got to redo a bunch. Obviously you can see there's a bunch of wrinkles there. It's not quite tight enough right here. It's really just a game of trial and error, and it's kind of driving me crazy. Over here I really messed up. I got this one way too tight in here, and it actually pulled this staple out, which is kind of unfortunate. Not a big deal, but I got it way too tight, so I need to take up some slack there, right in here, because it's just way too tight. This might be okay, I don't know. Well, I just need to take up the slack first. But it really sucks because you gotta get inside there, undo the tack strip, which it's not the funnest job. You have to put the well over your head and then get in there with impact and try to undo all the screws. There's a million of them, and then it's just really trial and error, and it's not very fun. But it's getting there. It's going to take a while. So anyway, I'll get a time lapse going again and kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. Okay, finally making headway with the convertible top here. You can see from the time lapse, I actually I had to stop, and I actually had to pull everything back off and redo it, and I didn't get all that on time lapse. But once I got the top all tight in this area the way I wanted it and the way I was happy with it, I didn't realize when I came all the way to the front there wasn't enough anymore to roll it around the edge, which right now you can just see I have these blocks of wood pulling tension on the top just to kind of get a rough idea of where I should have been. So I actually had to pull these top staples out, where this back header goes, and loosen all this up. Thankfully you can't see any of the holes from me loosening it up, these little wrinkles here, these are just like the fold marks and the creases from when it was folded up for however long, which they're saying that once you get that out in the sun, that you won't be able to see those anymore. But I'm finally making some headway, and I'm pretty happy with how it's finally lining out. Again, some more of these creases from when it was folded. This one will get pulled tight when I pull the C-pillar back here. I gotta glue these down, and then the weather stripping will actually bolt through this and pull it down tight. I gotta put the wire into these strings, guide the wire through. Also this front, need to glue this flap down to the underside. And then I'm gonna let this relax over the rest of the weekend here and kind of stretch out the way it is. And then I'll pull this around, and fold it under, and staple it to the tack strip that's underneath. But I wanted to just kind of let it stretch because it is pretty tight right now. I guess hopefully some of these wrinkles will come out too with the sun. I'm hoping. I got to put the what do they call it? Welting that goes across the backside here to hide these staples and the staple marks. You won't be able to see those once you get the welting on, and then there's like a little metal clip that goes right here to make it look nice. But a lot of work. I have way too much time into this, in my opinion, into the convertible top anyway. But it is finally starting to look correct. I'm getting there. It's taken a long time. Learning, going as I, learning as I go. Trying to follow this manual, which this manual is helpful in some things, but not everything. They're a little bit wrong on a few things, but that's okay. Or maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. But it's getting there, and hopefully I'll be done with it soon. Well, that was ridiculous. I didn't get all the last parts of this thing filmed. I actually have several more hours into the top just trying to get wrinkles out and getting it to fit the way I wanted, but it is finally done. This thing has caused me a lot of stress, a lot of angst. I have not enjoyed it one bit. I've enjoyed doing everything else on this car, the paint, the mechanical, the wiring, the engine. I've loved everything. I have not loved any part of the convertible top whatsoever, and I'm so relieved to have it done. And it looks very good too. I'm happy with it. It's still a little bit dirty from me handling it. I need to wash it. And these little wrinkles here, these are like the folds from when this thing was all folded up in the packaging. They say that'll come out with the sun. So hopefully, because there's a few of those here and there, and you see some dirt too. But finally done with the convertible top, 100%. Even have the window or the back well done. I have it glued in. It's looking nice. Can't really see it, but it looks really nice. Still a little dirty too. I got handprints and fingerprints everywhere I need to clean off, but very happy that it's finally done. Now I can start working on interior stuff, which I think will be a little bit more enjoyable and a little bit faster and quicker paced. I would be willing to bet that I have 30 to 40 hours just in the convertible top, if not more. If you factor in all of the adjustments and the fiddling with mechanical parts of the frame and the hydraulic pump and everything that goes into it, lots and lots of hours. Not enjoyable for me one bit, but it's done. I'm happy with it. Looks good. So I'm gonna keep trucking along, hoping to get some. You can see the padding down there. I'm hoping to get that put in on the floor pan here and start getting carpet in to where I can get the seats in, so they're not in the way in the shop anymore because I have no place to put them. I'd like to get them in the car to where I can actually sit down and everything and kind of get a feel for the car. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna keep going here and try to get that padding down and carpet in. And I'll probably be on the next video. So anyway, till the next time.